Hello and welcome to the first half of the stream archive for Shadow of the Colossus HD. This was recorded on August 8th, 2013 with myself and Davo as a special guest. I think this is actually pretty interesting since I played this game completely blind and Davo came along to help me out with some of the more intricate things while I was actually playing it if I needed the help. There's some issues that I have at one point in the game, but you'll see it in the next video. But for now, enjoy this, and I'll see you next time.
I see some people from my stream in there. What's up, Doc and Raven? How's it going, fellas?
Raven pokes in here every now and then. You did miss a really chill game yesterday, though, that I played, called Sound Shapes.
Yeah, actually, when I was loading up your stream, I saw that, and I was like, damn it, what was that?
It's literally a game where you play as a ball that can stick to surfaces, and you collect notes to make a song.
Oh, that sounds great.
And it actually has an editor where you make music. And you make a level around the music. Yes.
By the way, in this cutscene, okay, you should remember. Just remember that birds are a thing.
Oh, I completely forgot that birds were things.
Birds are a thing in this game that you can interact with.
Okay.
That's what you should remember.
I actually meant to play this for like 5-10 minutes before this, but I ran out of time today. So I wanted to get a little...
So it's a true blind run, right?
It's completely. I've seen like 10 minutes of footage. Like I think I saw the Colossus. It's my usual. Whenever I buy a game, I do a little bit of research.
Oh yeah.
And that's all. It was just me seeing a Colossus fight, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, play.
CC in the chat, you're totally right. This is the same developers who made Eco.
I believe the name of the studio was actually Eco, Team Eco.
Yeah, I think it's just Team Eco.
Yeah.
And actually, I saw that Shadow of the Colossus, there's a film that's been in the works for a couple years, but it may go into development actually in 2013. So this year, they might actually start production on the Shadow of the Colossus film adaptation.
That sounds pretty neat.
Well, maybe.
We all know how well these things work out.
Right. It could be cool.
The Ratchet and Clank one doesn't look too bad, actually.
Dude. Tell me about that.
It's being made. It's actually going to be a CGI movie, and with all the voice actors from the games, and it's going to be the plot of the first game, but slightly different. So it looks pretty neat. I'm actually pretty stoked for it. I just became a big fan of that series recently.
Hopefully, it'll be fun and mindless. All right, but that's you. You probably guessed.
I've seen a lot of footage of this one person, so I'm assuming that it's me so far.
Well, here's the trick. You didn't even realize, but you actually play the horse.
Twist. So now I'm just imagining a horse climbing Colossi with a sword.
Yeah.
Kind of amazing.
It's actually what all those other videos you've seen, it's kind of like a huge troll that everyone's in on. You're actually the horse in Shadow of the Colossus.
Now it makes sense why this game's so popular. Full of horses.
It's pretty cool. Pretty meta. It's like next level. But yeah, the sword. You're the nameless sword protagonist, man.
Yeah. For a game of its
You're Bishonen, though, kind of. Would you say that's a Bishonen?
Probably. Nameless dude with a sword who stabs things.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is he a beautiful man?
Probably.
I mean, you see his hair and stuff?
It's pretty flowing.
I feel like I would qualify as a Bishonen, personally. It's a tough life.
Oh man, it's terrible.
It's tough to be a beautiful man.
Yeah.
But that's a whole... Have you heard of Bishonen before?
I think so.
That's like an archetype. They always gotta have a pretty male character.
Japan.
Yeah, the architecture in this game is fantastic. Look at the fucking bridge.
As it fades away. Because, yeah, on my side, you're like, look at that beautiful bridge. I just panning up to the sky, and I'm like, I don't think I see it anymore.
Oh, I remember the bridge.
I got these options. Oh, man, I love... I guess the screen is pretty static. There we go. Let's make it fully widescreen. There's a lot of options here. Holy crap. I'll have to probably come back to these later. But yeah, the HD version of it does add 3D, which I do not have on my TV because I don't need it.
3D is actually a myth.
I like how even
Man.
you couldn't say that.
I couldn't even joke about that. Yeah.
For a game that's almost like it's 8 years old, it still looks pretty damn pretty.
Yeah, it has a really good design. I think design goes a lot farther than graphics, and companies would do well to realize
Animation also really does help too. Sometimes a little choppy animation makes you go, "Oh, it is an older game." Okay.
that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah. But before we jump in, I wanted to mention the fact that the game's going to show another cutscene. That's cool. That, yes, we're playing the HD version. This is from the HD collection, although I don't have the HD collection. I just have this game. I've never played this. I've seen very little of it. Blah, 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 blah. Let's play a game.
I've heard of games.
What are games? Like, seriously, what are these things? Okay.
Well, they're like small versions of the false reality that we live in. That's a game. It's like a microcosm.
Dropping words.
Do you know who? Someone in the chat's mentioning 4D, and so it made me think of this. Do you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is, the astrophysicist?
The name sounds familiar.
He's like, I mean, he's kind of like like hangs out like Bill Nye and that type of thing. But either way, he tweeted this thing where he said that if you set up a meeting with someone, you're actually giving them a 4D coordinate in space time.
Okay.
And that's true. It's a time and a place. Right?
Yeah, the place is 3D and the time is the fourth dimension.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
All day, everyone's just setting up 4D space-time coordinates, and they don't even know.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, dinner time is a 4D space-time coordinate, for example.
Well, for some of us, it is.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes the 4D space-time coordinate is during the stream, for instance.
Sometimes the 4D coordinate is, oh crap, I forgot to eat. I should just go grab something quickly.
How do I eat? So the horse is very, like, I don't know if you've been around horses in real life, but if getting a horse to just casually go down some stairs
No.
to do.
That has to be a horse that really wants to go downstairs.
Yeah, this horse is pretty relaxed.
It's a very chill horse. I live by horses, actually.
It's a chill horse. That's what it is.
I kind of live in the middle of nowhere. Got cows everywhere and horses.
I'm familiar with that. I'm from a town of like 106 people. I just escaped. In Kentucky, which is actually made of horses.
Oh, I did not know the entire...
The ground is like writhing horses, yeah.
That's got to be confusing sometimes.
It's intense.
I think also what helps older games, too, when it comes to still looking pretty, like, this is all buildings. Buildings aren't that... Since they're blocky, they're not that difficult to make look good. That helps.
All the primitive architecture and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everything in this game looks awesome, though.
Yeah. I don't think maybe not as the hair on the horse looks kind of strange, but that's... I count that modern sensibilities. It's like, that hair looks strange. It's kind of doing its own thing there.
Yeah, but back in the day, you've been like, look at that. They even animated the mane.
I know.
How good is this game?
It's like...
But now we're like, ha. Where's the physics on the mane?
Where's the individual fibers?
Exactly. Those don't look like hairs to me. This game is a 3 out of 10.
Pusha.
That's what a reviewer would do.
Probably. And throw their hands up and say Pusha as well.
They have to type it.
Well, no, there would actually be a gif of them doing that at the end, going Pusha.
They included. That's pretty modern media right there.
Yep.
You could make a min off that. So you have this female, right? You carry it with you.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna sacrifice her.
Oh, makes sense. Seems legit.
Oh yeah, and the other, I guess I keep like unmuting and muting the stream so I can see what's going on. But the other big thing about this developer and these games in particular is they both feature made-up languages. So they are speaking a language that has grammar rules and all that, but it's just made up.
As a fan of Star Trek, I'm completely okay with made-up languages.
No, I think it's cool. I think it's not. It's cool that they didn't just do noise. They're like, let's
Make
make a real.
let's not make a Sims language.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons they were interested in making it into a film because that translates into film really
It
well
does,
too.
yeah.
There are these really small indie Lord of the Rings. They did like the remakes.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson did those like low budget ones. They had made up languages. They worked really well.
Yeah, they did. The fact that there's tons of like going at Star Trek, tons of like Klingon stuff. It actually is a language that works.
Language.
Forget when they did that. It was around next gen because they're like, we're going to be using this language a lot. We need to actually make it make sense.
I'd like to stream in Klingon. I think that would be cool. Give commentary in Klingon.
I'm guessing it's time for me to pick up my controller.
I'd be playing Isaac, and I'd be like, ugh, yeah.
See, you're almost there, but you're still not guttural enough.
I gotta like puke a little almost. But yeah, these shadowy figures are actually featured in Eco as well. A lot of people think that they're the same things.
My God, I just kind of realized that I can move the camera during these cutscenes. Okay.
You got it. And did you? I'm glad you realized that. Did you notice during the options that there's a camera speed?
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually adjust the speed at which you wiggle the camera. You notice it's kind of sluggish right now when you change. So that, because part of we talked about the cinematicness is you kind of get to some degree, direct your own film here.
Yeah. Kind of like how you could do the same thing with the Metal Gear games.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yeah, you can like switch views and stuff if you know how.
Mm-hmm.
It's like good developers implement that.
Just like it's kind of sad that the only game series these days that even allows people to do that kind of stuff is what Uncharted and Halo is about it. To fully do that. And it's kind of sad that that's it, you know?
Yeah. I gotta try Uncharted. You played a lot. You seem to enjoy it.
I'm beating the third one tonight.
We have similar tastes, so I think I should try it.
You like the Tomb Raider games, right?
Yeah, actually, one of my viewers, Doc, gave me a copy of Tomb Raider 2. They released on PC,
Yes.
so I'm definitely going to stream that. That looks great.
It's like Tomb Raider, but with a focus on combat, and the combat isn't terrible.
Some pointy Lara Croft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, less pointed boobs.
Yeah. Alright, so do you understand what's happening here, Fragger?
Kind of, yeah. She's been sacrificed, and I want to get her soul back.
Right. But you know how you're going to do it?
By murder.
Murder. You're right, yeah. Via murder.
Yeah, I have bits and pieces of this. It's one of those things that, the moment you enter the games are art debate, and I've thrown my hat in there a few times, this game is always brought up, and it's like having never played it, I'm always like, okay?
I think the answer to that question is games can be art.
Yes. It's just they have to choose to be.
But only if they want to be. Yeah.
And the problem is sometimes you sacrifice what makes a game to make it art. I always feel.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. You can I think that it's like a scale. There's like games that are all about just the gameplay and having a good time. There's games about the artistic aspect, and there's some that kind of fall somewhere in the middle, you know?
Mm-hmm. I always say a great game is the harmony between good story and good gameplay. That's a great game. Having one or too much of the other kind of skews it.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Game Dev Tycoon.
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be balanced.
You gotta have that balance.
I don't know if you tried that game, but it was pretty cool.
I think I watched you stream that, and I'm like, this is silly.
It's neat. It's like
it's like that other game.
I don't know.
That was on phone.
It's just really simple. I thought it was cool because my girlfriend plays like Theme Hospital all the time, and which is funny because she's a nurse, but and it reminded me a little bit of that.
A bit on the me side of stuff when I play games about this game. Since this is a modern game, this does have a full-on trophy set. But I was looking at it, I almost didn't get due to it, because to get all of them, you have to beat the game 6 times.
It's worth it.
But I thought in the end, I'll either do it or I won't. Either way, but 6 times, God. And that's because you have to max out the grip bar.
Gotta do it.
Gotta get all that grip.
So the Colossi are tied to these idols, as you can see. So the very premise of the game is pretty selfish, because it's like destroy these creatures, guardians of the world or whatever, to save this one girl's life.
Yup.
It'd be super epic if there was an option right now to be like, nah.
They just walk away.
Yeah.
God, I remember a game recently that did something like that, where you could just say no and it's a game over. There's something like that in Arkham City, actually.
Yeah, I remember there's actually... I can't think of them now, of course, but I've actually played a couple games that have where it's like, do you want to do this? You're like, nah, and it's like, all right, game over.
Well, most of them are like, you can't do that. Here you go. But I know Arkham...
Oh, yeah, they like loop you around. They're like, no, we know you really want to do it.
I can play the... Okay, I gotta fix that immediately.
What are you, inverted?
Yeah, left and right is inverted.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, up and down seems to be okay, so... Okay, I really don't like how that looks, but, let's do this. Horizontal. Please invert it. I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Well, this game was designed for non-Earthlings.
Ah. Okay.
All right, how do you feel now?
Feel a little better. Oh, triangle to jump. That's...
Do you know what the buttons do? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
core.
Yeah. This guy does have some ups.
Hold the...
All right, so I'm sure you've seen this mechanic, right?
Yeah. We just did it. Right? Yeah, we just did this. It was in the cutscene where he's like, he points to swords and the shadow guys are like, oh no, how do I equip sword? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's bow.
Well,
sword.
This is like, actually with the sword, it's like a waypoint system, so if you hold it out, the sun will point you where you're supposed to go.
Oh.
But you have to be in a sunlit place.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. So instead of having like a traditional waypoint, you just hold up your sword.
Okay, that works. I just need to adjust a little bit of the camera speed here.
This game is, very much parkour. It's true.
There we go. That feels a little better for me.
Parkour on buildings that are moving around, I would say.
Yeah, the closest thing that I've had to something like that was I played, wait a second. Seriously? Okay, let me see if it changes here. Why is up and down inverted when I'm on the horse?
What?
Yeah, so, okay.
That doesn't sound right.
On the horse, I'm hitting up, and I'm looking down.
What hacked version are you playing here?
I'm hitting down, now I'm looking up. I get off the horse, I hit up. Okay, now it changed it again. This is getting strange here. Okay. This is fucking... This is just straight up fucking with me.
It's trolling you.
It is. Quite a bit, actually. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's try that again.
The only people I've met who like inverted controls played a lot of GoldenEye.
A lot of GoldenEye and a lot of flight sims.
Yeah.
Although I know some people who, like, no joke, like everything inverted except for flight sims.
They like those to be, like, true. That's hilarious.
it's
I like to play
weird.
Dark Souls inverted. I don't know why, though.
Okay. Whoop. That's a good jump.
Alright, so you can haul ass, as you can see.
Yeah.
And I believe that you can, if I remember, you can actually do the sword thing where you hold it up while you're riding the horse.
Oh, that's what I was trying to do, and I didn't realize that I was hitting the wrong... See, I have to learn this game. This is why I wanted to do that pre-game test, was just so that I wouldn't be doing that.
But now everyone gets to enjoy it and make fun of you and stuff.
Well, like, they needed provocation for that.
But you can see, like, instead of a waypoint, you got a beam of energy.
Which is pretty legit. I think I already know what the start button does at this point. I still say the best teaching you how to play a game is Far Cry Blood Dragon. That was amazing.
Oh my god, so funny. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, that was such a good game. I'm guessing did you watch it or play it?
I played it. Yeah.
Such a good game.
So good. So good.
So far, that's probably my favorite downloadable game of the year.
Yeah, that's one of the best shooters I've played in a long time, funnily enough.
Well, it helps that it's self-aware.
Exactly, yeah. So basically, like...
Let's teach me about parkour.
each game, or not, each Colossus is like there's some kind of obstacle you're gonna have to get through to get to the Colossus in the first place in almost every case.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Here, I have to figure out how to climb up here. Man, I play Uncharted for a whole bunch yesterday, and it's all about jumping on top of things, doing stuff, and what am I doing now? Jumping on top of things.
Well, I'll let you suffer.
I love suffering. As someone who's played all the Assassin's Creed games, I'm pretty good at it.
But what do you know, in Minecraft you climb like vines and stuff, right?
Ah! Thank you.
No worries.
I like how, like, as soon as you, like, say that...
You know it. You're like, ah!
Well, no, as soon as you say that, it goes, hey, you could press R1 to do this. It's like...
I'm controlling the game.
It's like, thanks, game. As soon as I go over and I know what I have to do... Oh, crap. Hitting the wrong button.
That's true. I do wish that they made the prompts a little larger, because you kind of have to suffer a little while until the game's like, oh, yeah.
Also...
But I tell you, a game that's really bad for that is Tenchu 2. If you don't know how to play Tenchu already, you will never even make it through the tutorial. But I think like 4 people played Tenchu 2, so... Anyway, what were you saying?
I was gonna say another game like that. If you don't really know how to play it, you're gonna go through a lot trying to play it. Is going to be probably Metal Gear Rising is up there. If you don't know what you're doing, you're in for a rough game.
I haven't tried it, but I've heard it's so much different than Metal Gear that if you play Metal Gear and then you play Metal Gear Rising, you're gonna fail.
Well, it's a hack and slash game.
If you try to play it the same way, exactly, yeah. If you try to be like sneaky, you're gonna definitely not do as well as you just kill everything. So I do want to try it.
I was gonna say that's actually so far my favorite game this year is that game actually.
Wow, that I definitely will try it.
It's I love hack and slash games, and this is really good.
Favorite game this year so far? That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Payday 2 for me.
Yeah, I could see that. I haven't played it yet, so.
I could probably scare up a beta invite for you, bro.
Bleh.
If you want to try it. If you want to try it, it's pretty awesome, man. Honestly, I really like friggin' Firefall, but I talk about that game probably every time I'm on the internet. So
I like the game is now giving me prompts on what to do after I've done it.
I told you it likes to troll.
It does. It's like, hey, do you know how to jump away from ledges? I kind of figured that out, game.
You like fall and die, and the game's like, you can die from falling damage.
Did you know that dying is painful?
Alright, so this is going to replace your horse. So this guy up here, he's going to be what you use instead of your horse for the rest of the game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I gotta give this game some serious props. I don't know if the PS2 version was like that, but being able to completely map the controls is always nice.
Honestly, don't remember, but it definitely seems like something that would be included.
It's kind of sad that a lot of modern console games don't do that.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of PlayStation games recently, and a lot of them give you full control over how the controls are mapped. And yeah, I think you're totally right. Like, these days, it's not even, you don't even get to choose between a couple setups. It's just like, here's how it works.
Deal with it.
Exactly. Alright, so this, I think Doc mentioned it, but essentially the bosses are puzzles.
Which I am perfectly cool with.
Now remember that you had
okay.
a climbing camera correction on. So do you notice how the camera operates, like as your angle changes?
Kinda, yeah. My only problem is that I wasn't really getting what I was doing wrong. I was getting that feedback that I was doing something. Whoa, that wasn't my bad. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so I'm climbing.
I'm just thinking about a chihuahua and like a really tall dude.
Why is that thing red and glowing? Am I supposed to hit it?
So you have a grip meter?
Yeah, I see the grip meter.
Oh wait, which red glowing thing are you talking about?
The red glowing thing on the leg.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you, but I am gonna remind you they have multiple weapons.
Yeah, the game was said something about hitting X, and I'm like, okay. Oh!
There you go.
There's the
What?
tactile. I did something right. There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you can stab him, and it hurts him. It'll also like distract him.
Allowed me to do more parkour.
Yeah, you can do some cool moves and flips. They spray blood everywhere like an Evil Dead movie. So it's nice.
So like I said, I like the new one too. It's actually pretty good.
Look how furry his butt is. Check that out.
That's
You gotta get up there.
fantastic butt there.
Yeah.
I was doing it and I didn't realize I had to hit X square twice to do an attack. Like I ready it, then I do it. Okay, where do I go? Oh. I was gonna hit it again. So I'm good at it, seems.
Climb of the Colossus. That's what this game is.
Well, I got a cutscene. I guess I did something right.
You stabbed them enough.
I stabbed the cutscene trigger. Okay.
You gotta be creative here.
Yeah, it's like I'm still at the point where
You're just looking for fuzz right now.
yeah, I'm like, where? I see the butt. The butt is obviously fuzztastic, but that's kind of it.
What is it with Japanese developers and having you have to stare at the first boss's ass the whole time?
Actually, something, since you haven't played Metal Gear Rising yet, there's tons of butts in that game. Like, there's just constant shots of man
Japanese developers are obsessed with butts. I was playing a Vagrant Story on my stream, and it's literally just butts. It's just butts.
Yeah.
I bet if you stab this dude in the butt, you probably do well.
Try that again. Like, it looks like I can climb higher than this, but...
It looks like you can't.
Yeah. Let's try this. Nope, that didn't work. So I completely missed something there.
Alright, so, yeah, basically...
There we go. Yeah?
A lot... With most of the Colossus, how it works is you damage them to a certain point to cause them to do something.
Like, I think I just did.
Like an opportunity to, like, you know, go for it.
Okay, I think I figured out what I gotta do here, but the game is moving really fast. Damn it.
But you see how he took a knee?
Yeah, I saw that he kneeled, and I thought that like climbing his arm was the next thing. I guess I was wrong.
Now you go up his leg to his booty.
Oh, the butt is the next thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these Japanese developers, they want to put you in your place right off the bat. So they're like, well,
go stab a butt.
You gotta stab ass for a while, and then you can move on to the game.
Gotcha. There we go. Oh, I fell.
You're just learning. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's how you get better.
And I died.
Consider this game like Dark Souls, to be honest.
I got a little far in that.
Dude, Dark Souls so good. I'm actually gonna start up a Dark Souls game tonight, probably.
My God, you rebel!
I'm gonna drink beers and play a knight and go get a straight sword. Do some faith damage.
Just throw faith at him, all the time. All faith, all the time.
Faith build, all faith. Miracle build. I want to do some hilariously poor Dark Souls build, like dual pickaxe, bro.
I love the pickaxe videos; they're amazing. Of the dudes in CC. I know you'll correct me on the location. Like, where do all the pickaxe videos take place? She knows Dark Souls really well.
She is Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Dark Root, yes, that's where it is. where there's just tons of videos of dudes just with pickaxes, just doing hilarious things.
Oh yeah, the Darker Cavern pickaxe bros.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Hold thy sword up to reflect the light unto the Colossus. Its vitals shall be revealed. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What if you could do that?
What if I could do that? But I already made him kneel.
Yeah, you already know this, guys. But if you encounter a new Colossus.
Okay, I have to say, so they show me what to do in the cutscene, and then it immediately goes, hey, he's gonna stand up right after the cutscene.
Hell yeah. You can't just give it to you.
Damn it, Gabe.
Oh, have you tried out Shadowrun Returns, man?
I have not had a chance to.
That's so good.
Keep being in a terrible position that as soon as it stops... Okay. We're wiggling around here.
Ooh, what?
Kneel!
Kneel before...
Zod.
Wander. No, see. Not Zod.
There we go. Can I climb some more, game? Thank you. Thank you. Butt climbing.
It's hard to climb my booty, man. There you go. Yay. Very good.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to some sweet butts action here. I'm currently trying to get out of the crack.
You would be described as a dingleberry right now.
Oh, NFL. Just like a dingleberry does.
The Colossus is like, man, I thought I wiped better earlier.
I don't even go into the logistics of that one. But I am thinking it, and it's hilarious.
Well, Colossi, you know, they gotta poop too.
Let my grip gauge get a little bit better. There we go. Do you want to hop up there? Thank you.
Well, see, Wander hasn't really been working out.
Yeah. Get up there! Get up there! There we go.
He wants to.
No, don't you dare fall. You're there. You're there.
The spirit's willing, but the grip is weak.
That's the problem I'm having, is like I'm trying to climb up faster, but it's those things that it's an older game. I have to learn the quirks.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, you're doing fine. One of the things is about managing your grip meter is just taking little breaks where you can to build it back up.
That's why as soon
It's
as
a
this
little
happens,
like
I'm gripping here.
Firefall. No.
There we go. Like, get up higher. Get up higher. Like this. I'm like, can you get up higher? There you go.
Someone mentioned the grip jump move too, but I don't remember exactly how that works. But yeah, you're conserving way more grip now.
And then there's tumble.
You're safe though.
Kind of. I almost fell off there, it looked like. Man, why have these platforms on my back? Oh, bird.
He goes to Burning Man.
Ah.
That's what it is.
Makes sense. I stab
The
it, dude.
soundtrack is amazing though, for real.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been spoiled lately with games with amazing soundtracks. Uncharted is like well known for its amazing soundtrack, which it does have an amazing soundtrack, very Indiana Jonesy. And Metal Gear Rising, amazing soundtrack, damn near perfect for the game it has.
Shadowrun's really good as far as the soundtrack. Payday 2 has a really good one.
Oh, get over there.
Alright, so I bet you can guess what you should do.
Continue to stab the glowy part, even though I keep doing it and nothing keeps happening.
You just rub the glowing part. Rub it gently.
Oh, no. I tried to get some grip back and I almost fell there.
Oh, now you're up on the beard. That's the best part.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back up there in a second. I just need to get my grip back.
This is kind of a game where it's really easy to just like sit back and watch though, for real. It's what's that word? Cinematic?
Atmospheric.
Yeah. You're like, come on, Wander, do it.
You got this.
Stab that giant in his brain.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Well, what the hell just happened there? Not what I was trying to do there.
That's an ouchie.
There we go. I guess if I stab above the glowy spot. Okay.
Dude is spraying out some blood. Oh, that's oil, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Something
oil.
like-
He's actually steampunk Colossi.
Yeah, exactly.
Cannon. Hi, dude. How's your face?
He's like, oh man.
No, climb up. Up.
That would be sick if you could get him to smash himself in the face with his club.
And I have no idea why that just happened. Thanks, game.
Ooh.
I was trying to climb back up, and it was like, nuh-uh.
Well, he's done with you. He's leaving. I'm surprised you took so little falling damage, though.
Well, it's because I'm so good at this game.
Yeah.
Even I could say that sentence.
Jump avoidance strats. That's what it was. You can do this.
Yeah, I know I ran out of grip. I was trying to get back up, but the game was like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, yeah, huh?
I have faith in you.
Somebody has to. This is much harder than the last game that I played that said that they completely ripped off this game.
Well, yeah, the ripoff's never going to be as hard as the OG.
Yeah. But Castlevania Lords of Shadow is still pretty fun. Or at least I liked it.
Is it just, is it similar to this with the Castlevania coat of paint?
No, just certain final bosses. There's 2 bosses you fight almost exactly like this. So they just have...
Well, see, if it's just a small part, I would consider that like an homage.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, see, that guy's a cool game.
It plays a lot like God of War. But the best part is it's narrated by Patrick Stewart.
Oh, shit. I'll play just for that.
That's why I play the game. And
Tell me more, Captain.
you have to tell me about the vampires.
Well, it would appear the vampires.
Number 1,
Yeah,
the
dude.
vampires are attacking.
Kill all these sexy vampire babes.
Oh, I have to charge up my stabs. Ew. Good to know. Thank you.
Don't just tell him. God. Make him suffer. Now this boss gonna take like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it did. As soon as I learned that, I'm like, stab, done.
Well, yeah, you can charge up your stabs.
By the way, charge up your stabs. Thanks.
Well, you were doing it, so. I don't think you were realizing you were doing it. But now you realize. I think my girlfriend is literally watching just videos of guinea pigs. I can see her computer screen across the room. That's amazing. I didn't know that you could just get on YouTube and just find videos of guinea pigs just hanging out.
I'm sorry, Casey, I didn't see that. It's YouTube. You can find anything. You can see some horrible things on there.
Kissy, it's okay. Fragger doesn't speak English, or he doesn't read English.
I'm not literate.
He has a person who reads everything to him.
I got it.
But he's on the East Coast, so.
Yeah. That's why. Man, our school systems are terrible. No, I got a trophy. Cool.
Which trophy did you get?
For being the first Colossus.
The obligatory trophy?
All the Colossi, sorry. They all have one for beating them. And I believe they all have one for beating each of them on hard.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Let's take a quick look.
Let's take a look at the trophies.
It's totally not because I want to take another bite of my hamburger. Why wait for
God,
this
you
thing?
got to take care of yourself, okay?
I
You gotta
did
take
eat
care of yourself.
one really, really quickly before the stream. I'm like, standing over my oven going, just eating it really fast.
I just force people to wait. I'm like, look, I've been playing for about an hour. I'm gonna go shove food into my head for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we will continue.
But syncing takes a little while, so.
Yeah, you got some time.
Uh-huh.
Snack a little. Enjoy.
It takes a little while when you play a game for the first time. But that's to add all the trophies for said game. And since I've not synced since I started this game, there you go.
I don't have a PS3, but I will probably get a PS4.
Well, you got to find your way to play Metal Gear 5.
Yeah, I mean that's really what's up. Yeah, that's the reason, honestly.
Honestly, the reason why I got a PS3 finally was to play Metal Gear 4. Because I really wanted to play Metal Gear 4.
You gotta stream that, man.
Metal Gear 4, since a lot of people, some of you know that, what I do for a living is unlock achievements. I do the same thing with trophies. So to get all the ones for Metal Gear Solid 4, you have to beat the game 6 times. And
It's fine.
first run is the the worst you could possibly do of Metal Gear, which is you have to get like 500 kills.
So you have to do a shitty job.
Well, this is how shitty. 500 kills, 100 alerts, 50 continues, and it has to take you 30 hours to beat the game.
So you just have to like do the worst like Metal Gear run, like the most non-snake.
Period. It's called chicken.
Kill everyone. Run out.
There's actually have to kill more people than there are in the game. You have to go to where people are respawning and farm for kills. I was going for it, and I actually had to go back to an earlier save and play worse so that I could actually get my chicken run done.
That sounds great, though. That's hilarious.
But that's one of the emblems you have to get. You have to unlock all the emblems. The second one is the opposite. You have to play it the best you possibly could. You have to beat the game in 5 hours. No kills, no continues, and this is where it gets really dicey. No health recovery items.
Nice.
And no infinity bandana or stealth camo.
Nice. You can do it.
It's tough. It's called the Big Boss Run.
I actually watch a lot of, I don't know, I watch a lot of Twitch, so there's a couple guys, United and Three Dog, or in general the Outer Heaven Network on Twitch. They do a lot of really cool Metal Gear streams, and they have some crazy strategies for speedruns.
Yeah, one of the tricks, this is taking way too long, one of the tricks that you do for that run is that if you play it a bunch, a lot of your items will carry over. So what you can do is you can stock up on antiseptic rounds, and that helps. And the other trick is Snake gets back a quarter of his health every 2 days. So what you do is you stop playing, you save the game, you go to your dash, and then you just forward the internal clock 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
The game is...
So do you see... sorry to interrupt, but do you see how you return to a central place?
That's convenient and story-wise a little interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like you pass out and then wake up here each time you kill a Colossus.
Oh man, I got so drunk last night I killed a Colossus.
Actually, maybe the Colossus turns into like really strong drugs and you just like do them, and then you wake up here.
So that's what those tentacles going into the body represent. Makes sense.
Right. And Doc pointed out something good. Something happens to Wander over time.
Okay.
So each time you have that little cutscene where he's walking up, you should like check him out.
Oh.
He might wink at you or something.
Fuck, I got food in my mouth. I had a joke for that. Damn it.
Hawaiian Punch, that's the best. Who has Hawaiian Punch? Where are they at? CC, where's your address? I'm coming to your house, taking all your Hawaiian Punch.
I have a fun land story about Hawaiian Punch.
Dude.
Back when I gave up caffeine for 5 years. Which,
Crazy. Okay.
being a hardcore gamer, it's really difficult to give up caffeine.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I would never.
It made my
Never
sleeping
did.
schedule a lot better, and it made me like I was much happier for a little while. I wonder why. But interestingly enough, I did a LAN party where there was reports of people taking things, so I didn't want to go to sleep, and it was a 2-day affair.
Oh man!
So I drank an entire gallon of Hawaiian Punch.
Just to stay awake.
Yup.
The sugar.
I was so out of it, and I have never drank Hawaiian Punch since.
All right, so you can feel around with your weapons here if you want to use your bow a little bit. Or do you know how to switch to your bow and use
That'd
it?
be
and
the
everything?
D-pad.
Right, and then just like your sword, you can equip it while you're riding your horse. This game honestly reminds me a lot of Dark Souls and Demon Souls. More Demon Souls, to be honest.
Yeah, that's sitting on my shelf waiting to be played when I have the time for it.
Has a lot of similarities. There's the Nexus in Demon Souls, which is a central location you return to after you kill bosses. It has a lot of the same language where it says, like, it's thou sayest, whatever. It's very similar, man. It's crazy. I never realized it till I'm watching you play it right now.
The only thing I'm having an issue with right now is I feel like I'm fighting the camera a bunch.
Yep. Camera is probably one of the main complaints people actually have about this game.
Yeah. It's kind of sad they didn't fix it for this. Whatever. It happens.
Nothing will be as bad as Resident Evil camera, though, so it's okay.
Well, it's got its charm. It's like, the difference, though, is you really have no control over it.
Yeah.
Now, speaking on the trophy for that kind of stuff, usually, I think they actually recommend that you don't do that until post-game. Not post-game, sorry. Until, like, you're for the last Colossi.
So you have your grip maxed out?
Yeah.
So you're buff?
Super buffs. Once again, I feel like I'm fighting the camera.
Zaringo Delta, you've actually missed. This is Fragger's third New Game Plus, so you've missed a lot.
Yeah, I'm really good at this game now, guys.
He's pretty pro now. We're actually talking about some speedrun strats he's going to start doing in the future.
So how do you play this game again?
So how do I shoot the bow?
How does I bow?
No, we haven't done. He's killed the first Colossus, and he's trying to kind of figuring out the cuter aspects of the camera system.
Yeah. It's right now. I mean, okay. If I'm the Colossus, there, the camera was just fine. If it's just seriously, the camera reinverted itself. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm hitting up on the right analog stick.
That's funny. That's kind of that seems like I don't think the game was quite that crazy unless like I'm remembering wrong. Like it could be a problem with the PS3 download port or something.
I don't know, but I was looking up there. It's just it feels just don't fight the camera. I have to stop fighting it. Yeah.
Alright, do you see that? Do you see how the sunbeam?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that part down.
Yeah, I have the sunbeam thing down. It's just I was trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Am I supposed to do the bridge thing now?
Who's Davo?
I have no idea.
Some guy asked about him.
Yeah. Some jerk.
Some asshole. Some guy who makes fun of people on the internet.
For fun,
What a
even.
jerk.
Who does that?
What a jerk. Actually, I don't even make fun of people anymore. I'm kind of just nice now. That's what I do. I look like a lady and I'm nice. It's my two things.
Am I supposed to, like, climb the bridge or some shit?
Yeah, do you see that? No, take a look.
Look at
down
it,
into the valley.
At the valley? Okay, I'm looking at the valley.
Look the other way.
See a big old smoky thing?
Turn. Look up a little.
Yeah, I see a little bridge over there. Yeah, what about it?
The little land bridge. You can get to that.
Maybe
right?
I should go to that. I was looking at things like, that's far. There's gonna be something closer. I'm like, oh yeah, Japan.
Japan.
Too used to Western sensibilities, which is like, come on, guys, they don't want to walk to do something.
The stairs better be right here. I actually didn't even remember there was a ramp. I thought you were gonna have to climb down to it. It's nicer than I remember. But the environments are amazing. Like I think it has that in common with the Souls series too.
Well,
It's kind of like the Japanese concept of a Western RPG is not exactly right, but it's cool, and it ends up with like interpretations like this.
that's some texture pop. The thing that I don't mind so far is the fact. Well, actually, I'll say it. Not that I wrong sentence. My bad. This I feel is just gothic, whereas the Souls games have the dark gothic feel to them.
I would agree. Yeah.
So they're similar, just in the fact that they're both gothic, but this one is just nicer.
This is happy time.
This is much more happy times than some of the things that happen in the Souls games.
Well, it's like, well, you're not exactly a rotting corpse. Exactly. But you're a beautiful man.
And you're not stabbing a undead dragon that has its ribs sticking out that hurls caustic things at you.
Not yet.
Seriously, that thing's awful. When I first saw that, I was like, what? Music, where'd you go?
Did it die?
Yeah, it just left me. It like...
You don't need any music.
Yeah, music's for dorks.
Listen to that beautiful ambient noise.
Horsey sounds.
Do you hear like the bugs?
Nope, just horsey sounds. I guess I'm mostly in the air. Okay, now. Oh, I was in the sun. My B. I get what I did wrong.
Yeah, the sun usually reflects off things, in my experience.
Yes, I'm the dumb one.
So good.
Oh, this is the one on the cover, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's like the dog.
Bark, bark.
It's kind of like a horse, maybe. This one actually replaces your horse. I was wrong.
There we go. Fighting the horse. Okay, I guess since you made me use the bow, I guess I have to shoot him.
Maybe you should try it.
Take that in your face. Yeah. That's my taunt. Ugh. Okay, I need to...
I'm going to tweet about this and
fighting the camera.
Make fun of you.
Well, I do it enough myself. Okay, so shooting him slows him down. Shot with the butt. Let's see here. Click, 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 click. Where do I grab onto? I'm guessing I gotta make him fully stop here. It's an excellent thing I've
officially tweeted to the NSA about your stream.
I think they already know.
They're watching, I hope.
Well, hello, NSA. Thank you for watching.
Hello, NSA, FBI, affiliated organizations. I hope you enjoy Shadow of the Colossus.
Hopefully this is your new favorite game.
Uh-oh. He grumpy. Look at him.
He's like, I'm gonna stomp at you very slowly. I am trying to go around him, and the horse just keeps going in circles. God damn it! I really. That's the thing. Is like I am trying to stop fighting the camera, and I just keep fighting it anyways. Just the natural reaction.
This Colossus is like.
What is he doing?
I'm gonna get you.
He's the Devo Colossus. He's so chill.
He's just gonna lay down and take a nap
Oh!
in a minute.
That makes sense. Get back on. Stop leaping at the horse and get on the horse. No. I'm gonna calmly walk over to my horse, hit triangle. There we
Your
go.
horse is like, I could do that too.
Just leap around horses.
Your horse is like, I could jump. Look at me.
Look at me do this. No, don't. Okay, whenever I'm like kind of saying things about this game, I'm not really ripping the game at all. I'm just getting used to it.
No, it definitely has kind of an antiquated control screen. You're definitely right there. It is 8 years old.
You have to get used to it. And you know what's like, the one thing I will say that Japan tends to always get wrong is controls.
It's true. They expect a lot of the player to learn how to do it.
Good example, if anyone wants to go out there and try it, play Lost Planet 2, has some of the worst controls I've ever seen in a video game ever.
But it's worth is it worth the fight to play?
That's a very good question.
Maybe. Alright, so where do you think you're gonna climb up this guy?
Well, I don't have that many choices here, so
Let's scope him out. Let's see what he's got.
that's why I wanted to get on the ground level so I can get a better look at him. My original plan was the fact that aha.
Did you notice something about when he raises up about his feet?
Yeah, I've noticed the fact that he has glowing spots on them, and I guess
Try to nail one with your bow.
it's a good. I was just trying to when he was rearing up, but something I'm not used to is this is a newer control thing, which is my camera is facing here, so I'm going to tack, but instead I'm facing where the character's facing.
Well, actually, I think that there's an option where you can either say adjust the camera for what I'm doing or not, but I'm not sure if I remember correctly. So you might try that. Yeah, do you see climb camera correction?
It's on, yeah.
I don't know if that affects it.
I don't think it does. It feels like a normal game thing.
You can also adjust the speed of your camera, but I think you saw that.
Yeah,
too.
I've adjusted it too.
Well,
Let's see what happens if I.
decade-old controls. But I noticed that some myself too. It's just
Yeah,
that
okay, let's figure it
in the 8 years since it came out, the developers have figured out how to make better controls, probably.
out. Yeah, that's. Ooh, moved the mic a little too much there. Something that I think I've talked to people a bunch. Oh, that's a yerk. Is that playing older games? It always requires a learning curve, and you have to put yourself in the mindset of it. Kind of like trying to create examples of Metal Gear games. They all control very differently than you'd expect them to.
That's actually a good point, because like Metal Gear 1 and 2 have fixed cameras, and a lot of people forgot that in Metal Gear until 3 it had a fixed camera. Then 3 used the camera system from Splinter Cell, which is kind of that free. You move the camera with one stick and the character with the other. So Metal Gear had some of the worst fucking cameras ever. Like Metal Gear 2, some of the camera angles are impossible. So
Well,
definitely innovations.
oh, hi there, music from the game on the XMB. What's happening? Oh, just flopping around now.
That looks like a mushroom growing out of him.
Maybe it is.
Raven Payday 2 looks so good because it is so good. So your eyes have not deceived you. Speaking of Payday, do you hear the cops? They're coming right now.
Wee you. Like,
They're like, is this a Shadow of the Colossus stream going on out here?
come on, a little bit higher. Oh,
The grip. The grip.
I'm just mashing jump to try to get up higher, and it's working.
Please. Yeah. Dude, nice. Pro strat.
Roast
I just
rat,
let you-
just mashing
so cool.
jump for days.
You were gaining grip back somehow. That was cool.
So another thing you should know about me when I play games,
You break them.
I do break them a lot. Actually, I played a ton of MMOs in my day, probably 30 plus, and I'd idly play games a lot, and what I do during those games is I just jump on everything.
I'm a jumper.
I just yell
sure.
parkour and just jump on every single last thing I get my hands on.
In Firefall, I play a class called Recon, which the whole point is to jump on faraway, hard to access things and snipe people.
Right now, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, probably help have my sword out. Because I need to figure out where to stab him.
Yeah, he does have multiple locations.
Okay. Ugh.
And one thing that like more and more in Shadow of the Colossus is you can kind of decide how you want to take out the boss. They're like puzzles, you know.
Oh, found it. No, don't stab him just yet. We'll stab him in the butt in a second. Technically tailbone.
Dude, you're getting your tailbone crushed or whatever is really painful. So this guy.
Yeah, I know that. I know that firsthand.
I empathize. Dude, same. It sucks. It's the worst. So, Colossi, I feel bad for you. Once you find the weak point, though, it's like...
Game over.
Kind of no big deal, yeah. As long as you are good about managing your grip and don't slip up and fall off, you're straight.
As you said that, I almost did. He's trying to shake me off now, which is really bad because my grip's super low. Okay.
That's how the Colossi get you.
Parkour. What I'm doing right now is me playing any MMO or game of that nature in a nutshell, what I was just doing on a spine.
It works great.
Figuring out what I can jump on and just jumping on it.
That's a lot of this game, so you'll do well. Parkour of the Colossus.
There it is.
Now you gotta lobotomize him a little, and it'll be done.
Sword was refusing to come out there for a second.
So earlier we talked about whether or not it was selfish of Wander to murder the Colossi to save the girl. What do you think? How do you feel as you're killing these creatures?
It's ambiguous. It really is just kind of ambiguous because
the game doesn't really tell you what they are, or, you know, what they've done, or are they bad?
Well, they certainly are annoying me with how much he's just flipping his head back and forth, so I can't stab him. I'd like to murder you, please.
Take out your wrath, Fragger. Let the hate flow through you.
Yes, sure, Emperor.
I wish there was an option in the game where you could be like, not kill them, you know.
Damn it.
Harness their power. Team up with the Colossus. But that's not very exciting.
Pacifist of the Colossus.
Diplomacy of the Colossus. Yeah.
Unproduced sequels.
Can you see? Yeah, I wonder. I keep looking to see if you can see Argo down there running around.
Probably. He's probably just digging around going, what are you doing up
He's
there?
like, what?
Haven't you killed it yet?
He's like trying to climb too.
He's already done like the third unseen. Like there he is. I see him over there in the back.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on?
Peace out, bye.
I remember when this game came out and the fact that the ground smashes when they hit it, I was like, that's a good touch. Now, do you see the energy coming out of it, right? That's the drugs we were talking about.
Yeah. That's why I passed out.
See, that look, I mean, that you can't say that's not evil. Look at that. That's evil.
Pretty evil.
Just filling him.
I mean, whenever I stab something and it feels... Oh, the trophy's called the Sloth. That's kind of mean. Come on now.
When dark energy flies out of things I kill and enters into my body...
I usually feel pretty bad about it.
I feel bad about it, yeah.